The world thought they knew everything about Jay-Z, but tonight, everything changes. After years of whispers, blurry photos, and cryptic lyrics. The truth about Jay-Z and Blu Cantrell is finally out, and it's messier than anyone could have ever imagined. For years, Blu kept her secrets locked away, refusing to speak on the rumors, letting the world believe whatever they wanted. But now, out of nowhere, she's breaking her silence, and what she reveals leaves everyone stunned. Emotions are running high as old friends turn into strangers, and fans are left questioning everything they ever believed about their favorite power couple. How deep did this secret go? What really happened in those late-night studio sessions and glamorous parties? Did Jay-Z betray the people closest to him, or was he himself a victim of heartbreak and deception? Blu's confession is so explosive, it's tearing through social media, dividing families, and lighting up group chats from New York to Los Angeles as the cameras zoom in on Blu's trembling hands and Jay-Z's stone-cold reaction. The drama unfolds in real time, and nobody is safe from the fallout. Friends are picking sides, the industry is buzzing, and even Beyoncé is said to be watching, silent and unreadable. One thing is for sure after tonight, nothing will ever be the same. Buckle up, because you're about to witness a side of Jay-Z you never expected. And a story Blu Cantrell kept quiet for years, now exposed for the world to see. It all started on a rainy night in Los Angeles when Blu Cantrell finally agreed to sit down for an exclusive interview after years of silence. The world had always speculated about her mysterious past with Jay-Z, but Blu had never confirmed or denied anything. Fans had pieced together snippets from old songs, fleeting paparazzi shots, and even the occasional suspicious glance at awards shows. But the real story was always just out of reach. Tonight, that all changed. Blu sat beneath soft studio lights, her eyes shining with both fear and relief, knowing that what she was about to say would turn the industry upside down. The interviewer, trying to keep their composure, leaned in and asked the question everyone had waited years to hear. Blu, what really happened between you and Jay-Z? Blu hesitated for a moment, glancing off camera as if searching for the courage to finally speak her truth. It wasn't just rumors, she began quietly. What we had was real, but it was complicated. So much happened behind closed doors that nobody knew about. I kept it quiet because I didn't want to hurt anyone, especially not him. As Blu's confession poured out, the internet exploded. Social media was instantly ablaze with shocked fans and wild speculation. Old friends texted each other in disbelief. Journalists scrambled to verify details. And even Beyoncé's name trended as everyone wondered what she must be thinking. Emotions ran high as fans picked apart every word. Blu and Jay-Z. I knew. There was more to those rumors. One fan tweeted, while another wrote, if Blu Cantrell is telling the truth, this could ruin everything for Jay-Z. The family was left divided, with Blu's own relatives caught off guard by her sudden decision to go public. As the interview continued, Blu shared stories of secret meetings in Paris, late-night phone calls that lasted for hours, and a bond that she claimed was deeper than just music. She described a side of Jay-Z that few people had ever seen: a man vulnerable, searching, and sometimes lost in his own fame. He wasn't always the mogul you see today, Blu said softly. There were nights when he just wanted someone to listen. Sometimes I was the only one who could reach him. Her voice broke as she admitted, I think I fell for him because he needed me, but I also lost myself along the way. The interviewer pushed for more, asking how things ended. Blu's eyes filled with tears. It was never really over, she whispered. We drifted apart because the pressure was too much. The lies and secrets, the fear that the truth would destroy everything. But a part of me always waited for him to come back. At that moment, a producer behind the scenes whispered urgently into a headset. Rumor had it that Jay-Z's team was already watching the interview, scrambling to prepare a response. Across town, Jay-Z sat in his office, surrounded by his closest confidants. His phone buzzed nonstop with calls from publicists, friends, and even family members demanding answers. "Why is she talking now?" one of his managers hissed. Jay-Z, usually calm under pressure, was visibly shaken. "I never thought she'd do it," he muttered. "But she's not lying. There was something real there, just not something I could keep." The room fell silent as everyone realized the gravity of what was happening. This wasn't just another rumor. This was a confession that could shake the foundation of Jay-Z's carefully built empire. As news of the interview swept through the industry, other celebrities began to weigh in. Some supported Blu, saying it was brave of her to finally share her truth. Others warned her to be careful, hinting that powerful people would do anything to keep certain secrets buried. Beyoncé's camp, notoriously private, refused to comment. But insiders whispered that she was watching everything unfold with icy composure. Fans were split, some fiercely defending Jay-Z, others accusing him of betrayal, and a few even suggesting that Blu had been paid to stir up drama. In the days that followed, the drama only intensified. Blu's story was dissected in countless podcasts and talk shows, with hosts analyzing every detail and debating her motives. Reporters camped outside her house, desperate for more information. Paparazzi stalked Jay-Z's every move, hoping to catch a reaction. The tension grew unbearable when a leaked voicemail, allegedly from Jay-Z to Blu, surfaced online. In it, his voice was low and conflicted. "I wish things were different. I wish I could tell the world how much you meant to me." The voicemail sent shockwaves through the fan base, with millions replaying it and speculating about what really happened behind closed doors. Meanwhile, Blu struggled with the backlash. Her friends and family reached out, some proud, others worried for her safety. "You know they're going to come after you," her sister warned late one night. Blu sighed, her voice tired but resolute. "Maybe, but I can't hide anymore. Not from this, not from myself." She knew the storm had only just begun, but she was determined to stand by her truth, no matter what it cost. As the first part of Blu's confession came to a close, the world watched, breathless, waiting for the next revelation. Every eye was on Blu and Jay-Z, every secret hanging in the balance, and everyone knew, deep down, that the story was far from over. The fallout from Blu Cantrell's bombshell interview hit the music world like a tidal wave. Gossip sites updated every hour. Radio hosts replayed sound bites on loop, and group chats everywhere were on fire. For days, the only thing anyone wanted to talk about was what Blu had revealed, what she was still keeping secret. In New York, Jay-Z's team held emergency meetings running damage control around the clock. His PR manager, sweating through his suit, barked orders at assistants, "Shut it down." Every tabloid, every blog buy, "Up the silence if you have to." But nothing could contain the wildfire. People wanted the truth, and they wanted it now. Inside Jay-Z's home, the mood was tense. He barely slept, pacing his office, taking calls from longtime friends who whispered, "Are you good?" His answer was always the same, "I'm fine." But the world saw the cracks. Paparazzi caught him looking tired, even rattled, for the first time in years. At home, Beyoncé moved like a shadow, silent, unreadable, her face giving nothing away. But behind closed doors, the tension was thick enough to cut. Rumors swirled that Beyoncé and Jay-Z argued late into the night, their voices carrying down marble hallways. "Did you love her?" fans imagined Beyoncé demanding. Was it all just a game? But no one outside their inner circle would ever know what really happened behind those walls. Meanwhile, Blu's phone was blowing up, some messages full of praise for her honesty, others laced with threats. Her best friend Carmen became her rock, answering calls and chasing away persistent reporters from Blu's doorstep. "Why now?" Carmen asked as she handed Blu a mug of tea one morning. Blu stared out the window, her voice barely a whisper. I kept this quiet for so long. Thought it would go away. That time would heal it, but it never did. I was tired of hiding, tired of pretending. Across the country, old collaborators started speaking out. A producer who worked with both Jay-Z and Blu back in the day went live on Instagram, dropping more cryptic details. Y'all don't know the half of it. Some of the biggest songs you love, inspired by that drama. I saw it with my own eyes. Suddenly, fans were combing through old lyrics, searching for clues, piecing together timelines, and creating wild theories. Videos went viral with fans screaming, "Look at these lyrics." It was talking about Blu all along. Forums baited whether Beyoncé's classic breakup anthems were really about Jay-Z and Blu, not just her and Jay. Things only got messier when a handwritten letter from Blu to Jay-Z, dated years ago, was leaked online. In it, Blu poured her heart out. "I never wanted fame. I just wanted us. I wish you'd chosen me before you chose the world." The internet erupted. Some fans cried reading it, others claimed it was fake, planted by tabloids desperate for clicks. Blu's voice cracked as she confirmed on a live stream, "It's real. I wrote it when I realized he wasn't coming back." Family drama exploded. Too, Blu's mother, who'd always refused interviews, finally spoke to a local news station. "My daughter's been through a lot. She loved that man. It's kept her silence for years because she didn't want to ruin his life. But enough is enough." The Cantrell family's pain was suddenly public property, dissected and analyzed by strangers everywhere. Back at the Carters' mansion, the atmosphere grew colder. Insiders whispered that Beyoncé was hurt but strong, and that the kids were kept away from the drama as much as possible. Jay-Z locked himself in the studio, chasing old memories through new beats, trying to drown out the noise. Friends urged him to release a statement, but he hesitated. Anything he said would only pour gasoline on the fire. "They want a villain," he told a friend during a tense phone call. Maybe that's what I am now." As for Blu, every day brought a new headline, a fresh wave of emotions. Some nights she cried herself to sleep, wondering if she'd done the right thing. Other days she felt free, lighter than she'd ever been. Her sister called her every night, sometimes to scold, sometimes to cry, sometimes just to say, "I love you. I'm proud you finally told your story." Fans across the world were divided. Some said Jay-Z was always hiding something, that Blu's confession made sense of everything. Others accused Blu of chasing clout, of trying to break up a family, for attention. The truth was, nobody really knew except the people who'd lived it. As another week passed, the music world still hadn't caught its breath. Would more secrets come out? Could anyone involved ever truly move on? All anyone knew for sure was that Blu's confession had changed everything, and no matter what happened next, the world would never see Jay-Z, Blu Cantrell, or even Beyoncé the same way again. With every day that passed, the drama spiraled into fresh territory. Media outlets ran special reports dissecting Blu's every word, while podcasts speculated endlessly about Jay-Z's state of mind. Old friends from their circles started creeping into the headlines, some leaking new details, others simply trying to distance themselves from the storm. Even people who'd barely known Blu or Jay claimed to have inside information, desperate for a sliver of fame. In one viral video, backup dancer from an early tour claimed she'd seen them together at a secret party in Miami, sparking another wave of wild stories. The pressure built to unbearable levels when a second interview clip dropped. This time, Blu revealed a detail that left everyone reeling. "There was a night Jay promised me everything, said he'd walk away from it all. The fame, the money, if it meant finally being honest about us. But by morning, he was gone, and all I had left was a voicemail and a broken heart." Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high as people argued over whether Blu was telling the truth or playing up the pain for attention. Hashtags exploded. with hashtag Justice for Blue and hashtag JAYZ exposed trending worldwide. While the world watched and waited, Jay-Z kept to himself, rarely leaving his studio. Insiders whispered that his latest lyrics were the most raw and confessional of his career, but no one knew if he'd ever release them. The few friends who stuck by him said he was haunted, replaying old decisions and wishing he'd handled things differently. "I can't go back," Jay admitted to a longtime friend one night over drinks. "But I can't move forward either. Not while the world's burning down around me." Meanwhile, Beyoncé's silence spoke louder than words. She continued working on her own projects, always composed, never commenting publicly. Behind the scenes, though, she was fiercely protective of her family. A close friend revealed she's hurting, but she's not letting anyone see her break. She's been through storms before, she knows how to survive. Blu's world was upside down. She received invitations to talk shows, magazine covers, even a Tello book deal. But she hesitated. Carmen, her loyal best friend, urged her to consider her mental health. "You open the door, Blu. But you don't have to give them everything. Protect your peace." Blu nodded, torn between the urge to finish telling her story and the need to disappear and reclaim her life. She went live one night, raw and vulnerable, telling fans, "No matter what happens, I hope someone out there learns to tell their truth before it's too late." The family drama grew deeper when Blu's cousin went on social media, sharing texts that hinted at more secrets, suggesting there were other people hurt by the affair. Other lives changed in its wake. This revelation sparked new fights online, with people taking sides and demanding more answers. The Cantrell family, who'd tried to stay private, was now thrust into the spotlight. Blu's mom spoke again, this time defending her daughter fiercely. She kept quiet to protect people who never protected her. Now it's her time. As all of this unfolded, fans flooded forums and group chats with theories. Some thought Blu and Jay-Z might reconcile. Others believed the scandal would split the Carters for good. Old lyrics and rare photos were posted. Everywhere, fans looking for hints, desperate for closure. The industry was shaken. Collaborators quietly reconsidered partnerships, and a few sponsors reportedly put deals with Jay-Z on hold, waiting to see how the storm would play out. Then, out of nowhere, an anonymous source leaked a snippet of what sounded like a new Jay-Z track. The lyrics cut deep, hinting at regret, longing, and the scars left by old love. The internet exploded again, with fans analyzing every word. "He's talking about Blu," they screamed. Others wondered if this was Jay's apology or his way of fighting back. By now, the family was divided. The fans were exhausted, and the future of everyone involved hung in the balance. As Blu watched her world spinning out of control, she realized the cost of finally telling her truth and wondered if she'd ever be able to put the pieces back together again. But one thing was certain: the story was far from over. The world wanted more, and both Blu and Jay-Z would have to decide what they were willing to reveal and what was worth protecting. As the drama reached its most dangerous emotional peak yet, and then, just when the world thought every secret had been spilled, a twist nobody expected set social media ablaze all over again. A never-before-seen photo surfaced: Blu and Jay-Z together in a dimly lit recording studio, arms wrapped around each other, looking nothing like colleagues and everything like a couple in love. The photo was grainy but intimate, and fans instantly began dissecting every detail. From the date stamp on the wall calendar to the way Jay's hand rested protectively on Blu's shoulder. The image was undeniable proof, and for a moment, the entire internet seemed to stop breathing. As soon as the photo went viral, Blu's phone exploded. Carmen rushed to Blu's apartment, breathless. "Did you see it? Everyone's going crazy." Blu, still in shock, stared at the photo on her phone, hands trembling. "I never thought it would see the light of day," she whispered. Carmen hugged her tight. "You were never crazy. You were never making it up." Blue's eyes filled with tears. It was real, all of it. And now everyone knows. Over at the Carter's mansion, the atmosphere was pure chaos. Jay-Z's team was in full lockdown mode, ordering staff to stay off social media and threatening legal action against anyone leaking more evidence. Insiders claimed Jay-Z was furious and heartbroken, pacing his home studio and refusing to speak to anyone except his lawyer and a few trusted friends. Beyoncé's team released a short, ice-cold statement. "We have no comment at this time." But rumors swirled that Beyoncé was devastated, her trust shattered, her legendary lead. Her legendary calm finally broken behind closed doors. The press doubled down, digging up every possible connection between Jay-Z and Blu Cantrell. Industry insiders started sharing stories from years past. Secret hotel rendezvous, unexplained disappearances during tours, and cryptic lyrics in songs that now seem painfully clear. Fans who doubted Blu rushed to her defense, while others accused her of orchestrating the scandal for attention. Twitter Spaces turned into late-night therapy sessions, with fans sharing stories of their own. Heartbreak and betrayal, connecting even more deeply with the saga. The emotional fallout was everywhere. Blu's family, already battered by the spotlight, struggled to keep up with the tidal wave of attention. Blu's mother posted a tearful video, begging the media to let my daughter have some peace. Meanwhile, Blu herself became a symbol for anyone who'd ever been told to stay silent about their truth. She posted a heartfelt message to her followers: "You're not alone. No matter how scary it feels to speak up, you deserve to be heard." Jay-Z, for his part, finally broke his silence with a cryptic tweet. "The past always finds its way home." The post sparked another frenzy, with fans and reporters trying to decode whether it was an apology, a warning, or a promise of more revelations to come. A few brave industry friends posted supportive messages, but most kept quiet, afraid of being caught in the crossfire. The drama didn't stop there. New rumors surfaced that Blu was considering writing a memoir, one that would reveal even more about her relationship with Jay-Z and possibly others in the music industry. Publishers started a bidding war, with offers reaching 7 figures in less than a day. Blu, overwhelmed by the pressure and possibilities, confided in Carmen, "I don't want to hurt anyone, but I won't let my story be twisted by people who were never there." Fans everywhere were glued to their screens, hungry for every update, every tweet, every shaky paparazzi video. Group chats argued late into the night. Would Beyoncé ever forgive Jay-Z? Would Blu disappear again or step fully into the spotlight? Could the Carters' marriage survive such a public wound? Or was this the end of an era? As the dust began to settle, one thing was clear: nothing would ever be the same for Jay-Z, Blu Cantrell, or anyone caught in the fallout of this truth finally coming to light. Families were left divided, friendships were tested, and the music industry itself seemed to pause, waiting to see what would happen next. And as the final headlines of the week faded from the screen, the world knew they had witnessed a scandal for the ages, one that would echo through the halls of hip-hop history. With the last chapter still unwritten, and every heart involved forever changed. And as the days stretched into weeks, the aftershocks of Blu Cantrell's revelation still rocked the world. Everywhere you looked, the story lingered. Talk shows debated every detail, calling in experts to analyze body language from the infamous studio photo. Music blogs published timelines mapping every time Jay-Z and Blu might have crossed paths. And old interviews resurfaced where both seemed to hint at a shared secret. Hashtags like #TeamBLU and #JAYZ Truth trended day after day as people took sides and tried to guess what the next bombshell might be. Blu's life was changed forever. She couldn't step outside without paparazzi flashing cameras in her face or fans shouting their support from across the street. Her friends tried to protect her, but even the smallest errand became headline news. Her sister begged her to get away, even just for a weekend. But Blu shook her head. I need to face this. Hiding is how I lost myself before." Instead, she focused on her music, pouring her heartbreak and hope into new songs. A snippet from her upcoming single leaked online, and it went viral within hours, her raw voice trembling as she sang. "I gave you everything, but the world got the truth last." Meanwhile, Jay-Z was almost invisible. Sightings became rare. His public appearances carefully staged, always with a tight circle of security and no interviews allowed. But the rumors never stopped. Insiders claimed he and Beyoncé were working through things, while others insisted Beyoncé was staying strong for the kids. More cryptic messages appeared on both their social media. Beyoncé posting a photo of an empty chair by the window, captioned simply, "Healing." Fans read into every detail, some seeing hope, others sensing goodbye. As Blu's story continued to ripple out, other voices joined in. Women from the industry, singers, dancers, even an assistant from an old record label came forward with stories of secrets, silence, and heartbreak. Suddenly, Blu's courage gave permission for others to tell their own truths. A well-known producer tweeted, "Hollywood is built on secrets." Props to Blu for breaking the silence. At home, Blu struggled to keep up with the emotional storm. Some days she felt empowered, proud of the example she was setting. Other days she collapsed in tears, overwhelmed by guilt for the pain her honesty had caused. Carmen never left her side, refusing to let her spiral. "You're more than this." Scandal, she reminded her. "Don't let them define your whole story." The music industry itself felt the impact. Labels quietly reviewed their contracts, and a few powerful men in the business suddenly went silent on social media, afraid that their own secrets might be next. Collaborators reached out to Blu, some eager to work with her now that she was back in the spotlight, others just wanting to say they admired her bravery. Her streaming numbers skyrocketed, but she felt the weight of every comment, every mention of Jay-Z and Beyoncé, every rumor about her motives. One night, Blu went live for her fans. She sat on her bed, no makeup, eyes puffy from crying, but voice clear and strong. "I never wanted to hurt anyone," she said, "but I spent too long erasing myself to protect others. My story isn't just about Jay-Z or the past or pain. It's about finding my own voice, and if that helps even one person do the same, it was worth it." Across the city, Jay-Z sat in his darkened studio, headphones on, listening to old tracks and unfinished beats. He wrote pages of lyrics he might never release, trying to put the pain into words. Searching for peace in the only way he knew how. He called a few friends, talked for hours about the mistakes he couldn't undo. And finally, late one night, sent Blu a message. "I hope you find happiness. I hope you never have to hide again." The world watched, still hungry for more, but at last the noise began to quiet. Families were still divided, friendships tested. But new stories of hope and survival started to replace the old ones of betrayal and heartbreak. Blu wasn't sure what would come next, but for the first time in years, she was ready to find out on her own terms with her own truth. And with that, a new chapter was beginning. The headlines faded, but the lessons remained, echoing far beyond the tabloids. Secrets can shatter, but so can silence. And sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is simply speak their truth, no matter how loud the world is listening. And now, after one of the most explosive stories in hip-hop history, the world is left reeling. Jay-Z's past with Blu Cantrell is out in the open, and nothing will ever be the same. Fans are shocked, families are divided, and the entire music industry is still catching its breath. Did Blu's courage finally set her free? Or did this confession create wounds that will never heal? Can Jay-Z and Beyoncé recover from the truth? Or will this secret haunt them forever? Was Jay-Z just another flawed man? Or is there still more he's hiding from the world? But the biggest question is, what do you think? Do you believe Blu Cantrell was right to expose the past after so many years of silence? Can any relationship survive secrets this big? And whose side are you really on? Blu's for finally telling her truth, or Jay-Z's for protecting his family at any cost? Drop your wildest opinions, theories, and reactions in the comments below. Don't hold back, this is your story too. And if you want to stay updated on every twist, every confession, and every behind-the-scenes bombshell in the world of celebrity drama, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a single update. Your voice matters because in a world where everyone has secrets, sometimes the loudest truth is the one we finally share. Stay tuned because you never know whose story will be exposed next.